Alright, this is excuse me, this is part 6, which is after you beat the first 4 robot masters, you get a wireless stage. So as soon as you're done into the menu, you're already on it. You just need to, that's your selection. Now this particular cutscene is not skippable at this point in time. If somebody finds a way to skip this, please let us know, as this is about a minute or more long. But it's a pretty cool cutscene. But while the cutscene is going, we're gonna be going into the first mini boss stage, if you will, which is the Satellite fight, as well as the Satellite and the first encounter with Ballade or Ballade. I think it's Ballade. Say Ballade. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a save right at the start so we don't have to. Okay. Alright. So, Satellite fight, I'm just gonna let it play out first so you can see what it does. It's got a core. It can either shoot this, which you want to be as, it's gonna aim at you. And sometimes it can open its core like that, and that's when you can do damage to it. He throws a beam out like this. If you kill the beam... Wait, hold on, let me get to a segment that he opens up again. You want to be as close as possible to him when he does that attack so that it takes less time to get to him. Okay, now I'm pretty bad. I gotta kill that thing to show you what happens. If it's no longer... There we go. If it's no longer on screen, the eye closes. So you want to keep at least one on screen to do more damage. So on the next one, you want to shoot one, you're not hitting it, and then as you can see, you can do a bit more damage. Every cycle that he does this attack costs you 8 seconds. So it takes quite a bit of time off of you, so there's some RNG factors to this fight. I like to stand about here. Sometimes he takes out 2, as you can see, but as long as you kill only one of them, it doesn't matter. But I like to get close to him like this in the start, slide away. I like to stand right about here. Sometimes he does 2 in a row like that. That's the worst RNG you can start with. Do as much damage as you can. Obviously my shots weren't precise there. Be careful not to do that. As you can see, if you need to delay so that you don't kill the eye or the little projectile, do it. So that's the first thing that needs to be learned, is to be careful not to shoot that thing. Obviously you prefer a pattern that it's lower. If you're a jump master, it can certainly help do more shots while in the air. You will never do more than one attack twice in a row, so if he's done open or close twice in a row, you know he's going to do the opposite. Alright, so let's... You can 2-cycle this boss, but it's hard. Another tactic you can do is deboost into the projectile before it travels. Let me see if I can show it here. It's a bit high to do it, but it's something of that effect. That was not a good example. Alright, let me give you a better example. When he's coming down lower, it's easier than when his trajectory is going upwards. It's a bit harder. Like in this case, he's going to be going up when he opens. You can still get hit like that. See, like that's good damage. What you can do is, while you get hit, you get a charge so that when your iframes are done, you can basically have a second charge ready. Let's do this fight one more time. You get hit like that, it's not a big deal, but try not to get hit too much because the next fight can take quite a bit of damage. Like this is already too much damage. Let's try it again, taking less damage. Wow. I apologize for that, we'll get it. This fight takes a lot of time to practice. There's on Buster only, there isn't really any way to one cycle, so it's all about not RNG, but dealing the best with what the Satellite gives you. Like there, you see I shot too early and I killed the projectile, so that's what you want to be careful. Then the 2 cycle may have been possible there. And what happens, you miss it and then he does his attack twice, so it's a lot of time. Okay, let's just save state here because what you want to do here is, first of all, here, be as close as possible to the right when you kill him. As soon as you get in, you want to shoot that missile and do a slide. Time it so that you're as close as possible to the explosion. If you do it too fast, this is what happens, and you take a crap ton of damage. So avoid this. This particular screen, it sounds like there's nothing, but here's what happens if you transition. You're like a tile below where the missiles you need to explode are. You do a small jump into the door and do a shot on the other side. That's too high. You don't want it to be too high to sacrifice speed, but like something like this. You gotta time your shot better though. You can shoot the missile right away. And you kind of want to just blow the bottom here, but you want to be careful with these explosions. They do 6 damage, I believe. Another option you can do is that. If you don't want to blow it right away, you can do this. Shoot 3 shots here and just delay your slide a little bit here, or you'll get hit into that missile. Let's see what happens if you go too fast. Oh, see, that was a good timing actually. If you can do what I do there, just replicate it. But if you're worried about damage, which is a realistic possibility, just delay it a little bit before you slide out here to make sure they explode. Here you want to delay as well. This one you'll definitely run into if you shoot, and then you lay down, you shoot this one as well. Alright, so let's do it all in one motion again. This is without doing the first shot. This is with the short hop. Oops. The short hop has some inconsistency. You have to time your shot when you get in. If you do more like that, it's no big deal. It doesn't slow you down much, except shooting a couple more times. Yeah, definitely, I would say go with the slide method. Like, playing around with it right now, I find that the slide method's a bit more consistent. Alright, so here's another mandatory cutscene with Wily. There's nothing you can do as far as I know that it accelerates it. That's Ballade, or Ballade. I like to call him Imperfect Cell. So all he does is he jumps at you wherever you are, or runs at you like this, and he throws these things. It can be annoying to follow with his erratic patterns if you fight him like in front, but there's a trick here. If you stand right here, he doesn't hit you. So if you stand against the door, he can't jump on you. The only thing that can hit you is those little projectiles. And then you can kind of just get used to following his rhythm. Something like that. So what you want to do though is start with a charge shot. I saved without doing a charge shot here, but the most he can do an attack is 3 times in a row. Like he did 3 shots there, I know he's going to jump after. And another reason why you fight him on the side like this is the cutscene afterwards is triggered when Mega Man is on the left side. Can you do charge shots here? You can. The problem with charge shots is if you miss your shot while he's jumping, you lose a lot of damage. But the fastest would be something like that. So you want to alternate charge shot and single shot. I personally like to do just single shots, except the first shot here. Normally I have a charge, but then I just want to follow him with shots, because this can happen. You can miss. Yeah, so after that, the cutscene, basically Mega Man's on the left side already, and he has to walk through the middle anyway. That's another reason why you want to fight him on the left. And that's it for the Satellite and Ballade fight.